Good morning students. Students, in this video lecture we would start the topic reflection of light. So what is reflection? When a ray of light coming from a medium and after striking on a surface it comes back into the same medium, this phenomenon of light is known as reflection of light. Suppose you are seeing that this is a surface, this blackboard is also a surface, and ray of light are coming from the source which is tube light in this room, and the ray of light are coming towards the blackboard, and after striking on this surface they are coming back into the same medium. After striking this surface they are coming into the same medium in which from where they are coming. So after striking on this blackboard, ray of light from that tube light, after striking on this blackboard, they are come back into the same medium from which they are coming. This phenomenon of light is called as reflection of light. So what is the reflection of light, student? Reflection of light is simply, it is a phenomenon in which the ray of light coming from a medium and after striking on a surface comes back into the same medium. This phenomenon of light is known as reflection of light. Now, reflection of light are two types, regular reflection and irregular reflection. But before talking about regular and irregular reflection, we would start the topic, the laws of reflection, which is laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. There are two laws basically, 1 and 2. Suppose I am taking an example. Suppose this is a plane mirror. Student, you know how the plane mirror are made? Actually, there is a glass. There is a glass, transparent. There is a glass, transparent glass, and the glass must be very thin. Why it must be very thin? The reason of that would be, I will tell you that reason in the further video lectures. So here you just keep in mind that the glass must be very thin for making the mirror. If you want to make a fine quality mirror, the glass must be very thin. And as I told you, this is a transparent. So what it means? It means you can see the object from one side to the other side. The object which are placed in this side, you can see from this side also. Or if you are seeing from this side, you can see the object placed in this side also. So why you can see this side object placed from here? Because light is entering from this side to this side through this transparent glass. That's why you are able to see the object which are placed in that side. Okay, can you able to see the object which are placed in this behind this wall? No. But it doesn't mean that there is no light. There is also the light, but you are not able to see the object which are placed behind this wall. Why? Because the light you are observing from here, but from here there is no part of the light which is going behind this wall. Through this wall, there is no part which is going through this wall into the other side. If it is so, then you are also able to see the object which are placed on the other side from this, behind this wall. Okay? So here transparent means we can see the object which are placed here from here. It means some part of the light is also going into this side. It means there is a transmission of light, which is called transmission of light. Suppose this is light coming here. Suppose light is coming like this, and as I told you, this is a transparent glass. So some part of the light would go into the another side. Okay, some part of the light would go into the another side. Some part of the light would go into the another side. This is called transmission of light. This is called transmission of light. This is called transmission of light. When a light enters from one medium and goes into the another medium, you can say this is the transmission of light. And definitely some part would be reflect. because it is a surface, and definitely the some part would be reflect, but the reflection, so some part is going into the same medium. So after striking on this surface, some part is going into the other medium, other side, and the some part is also coming into the same side, which is reflection here. So this is the reflection. So there is also reflection. And student, one more thing, some part is some part is absorbed by this object, this glass, absorbed by this glass. Some part is absorbed by this glass, some part is going into the another side, some part is reflected back. So these all three phenomena, absorption, transmission and reflection, are present in this situation. So whenever suppose I have taken this example, ray of light coming and striking on this blackboard, and after striking from this blackboard, they are coming into the same medium. So there is not only the reflection, some part is also absorbed by this blackboard, and that portion is very small amount. We can say that part is very small. So the main phenomenon dominating here is which is coming back into the same medium. It means reflection. So we can say ray of light coming from a medium and striking on the surface, coming back into the same medium, and here reflection is dominating. So it doesn't mean that absorption is not here. Absorption is also here, but the amount of energy which is absorbed by the surface is low. Okay. But there is no transmission because this is totally opaque surface. No light part can go into the behind of this blackboard. So there is no transmission. There is only absorption and reflection. Okay. So if you want to make this glass a mirror, we have to polish this one surface of this glass by the silver, and the formula of silver is Ag, silver. We have to polish any one surface of this plain glass by the silver Ag. Because why we polish the silver? Because it is a good reflector of light. It is a good reflector, we can say best reflector of light. Good reflector of light. Ag is a good reflector of light. But there is a problem in silver because it can etch very easily. It may etch very easily. It may etch very easily. So to protect this silver from etching, when we use the plain mirror, and this surface can etch by using, so to save this silver from etching, to protect our plain mirror, we have painted this silver by a solution of Fe2O3, which is generally of red color. So we could paint this by Fe2O3, and you know that Fe is आयरन क्या होता है, स्ट्रांग होता है. सो आयरन Fe2O3 का सोल्यूशन जो है वो हम Ag जो सिल्वर की जो पॉलिश की गई होती है उसके ऊपर क्या करते हैं, Fe2O3 को पेंट कर देते हैं, सो दैट दिस Ag, this silver can be safe from etching and our mirror would be protected. So this is the phenomenon through which the mirror are made. So this is the polished surface. And after finally painting the Fe2O3, we can frame that mirror, and mirror is available for us. And you are seeing that this is the polished surface, and this is the upper surface is reflected surface, at which ray of light will be reflected. This is the reflected surface, and this is the polished surface. Lower one is polished surface. Okay. So we are talking about laws of reflection, and I have told you the concept of mirror and glass, reflection, transmission, and absorption. how the mirror are made. Now suppose this is ray of light which is coming like this. This is incidenting. This is incidenting on this mirror at this place, and the point at which the ray of light incident, that point is called point of incidence. That point is called point of incidence. That point is called point of incident, and this ray is called incident ray. This ray is called incident ray. This ray is called incident ray, and at which place, at which point on the surface this incident ray strikes, that point is called point of incidence. Now, very important point I am going to tell you. If you want to actually learn the light reflection of light or light chapter, so you have to keep that point which I am going to explain very concentratedly. So here you have to first of all made a normal. Very important point here. You have to made a normal. You have to made a normal. So write down this. You have to made. You have to made a normal. You have to made a normal at where? At point of incidence always. At point of incidence. You have to made normal at point of incidence. First of all, this is a very important procedure which you have to follow whenever you draw a ray diagram, whenever you are facing a problem of light chapter and you are making a diagram, you are completing a diagram. So whenever a light ray incident on a surface, at the point of incident you have first made a normal. So students, now you will ask, sir, what is normal? So normal is what? Actually, you know that this is a line. We can say this is a line. If I made both arrows on both sides, and if this is another line, this is another line, this is line, we can say small n, this is line small n. And if the angle between both the lines, if the angle between both the lines is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, and if this is 90, this is also 90, because whole angle is 180 degree, linear pair. This is 90, this is 90 also. So what we would say? We will say this line L is perpendicular to this line. In that case, we would say line L is perpendicular to the line on the line M, or we can say line M is also perpendicular to the line M, because it is making angle 90, it is also making angle 90. So we can say both are perpendicular to each other. We can say both L and M are perpendicular to each other. So here the word is perpendicular. Now, suppose you are seeing that this is a surface, and when a ray of light strikes, it will strike on a surface. It will not strike on a line. The ray of light strikes also always on a surface. Okay, so this is a surface, and ray of light are coming, and suppose this is ray of light are coming and this is striking at this point. So this is a point of incidence. Okay, and this is light which I have made here. Suppose this is ray of light coming here like this and striking on that place, and at that point we have to make normal. So what is normal? Normal is a line which make 90 degree angle on a surface. What is normal? Normal is a perpendicular, you can say. Normal is a perpendicular made at a point of incidence. Normal is a perpendicular which is made at a point of incidence and perpendicular to this whole surface. We have to draw a perpendicular which is making 90 degree angle on this whole surface, but at the point of incidence. So how we would draw the normal practically in this situation? This. This is a normal. This is a normal. This line you are seeing here, which I represented by this chalk, used to represent that by that chalk. So you are seeing here that the angle between surface and the chalk is 90 degree. This angle 90 degree. In all around the angle is 90 degree. And if I put the chalk like this, so it is not 90 degree. This is not 90 degree. This is not 90 degree. This is 90 degree on whole the surface, not at only the point of incidence. This is normal. This is not perpendicular on the whole the surface. So when a ray, when we can say when a surface is normal, when a surface made 90 degree angle to another surface, you can also see the corners of your wall, the corners of your room, where two walls are joining like that. Suppose this is one wall, this is second wall, and you are seeing that this wall and this wall are making 90 degree angle at each point. You can see there is 90 degree angle between each point. Okay, so it means that wall is normal to that wall. We would not say that wall is perpendicular to that wall. Okay, so for surface, when there is a 90 degree between two surfaces, we can say this is normal. This surface is normal to this surface and this surface is normal to this surface. We would use perpendicular word only for lines. When two lines are making 90 degree, then we say both are perpendicular. And for normal, if there is a surface, then we say normal. Because here this is the surface and we are making a 90 degree on this, but in both one is surface and one is line. So we would say normal. If both are lines, then we say perpendicular only. Okay. And you know that the plane surface, plane mirror is a surface. Mirror is a what? Mirror is a surface. And if we want to draw a 90 degree here, it would be 90 degree on the whole the mirror at that point of incidence. So I am making the normal here. So this is normal. This is normal. This is normal. And where is 90 degree? You are seeing that this is 90 degree. On the surface, not on this line. It is normal on the surface at the point of incidence, not on this line. The student made the mistake, they take normal perpendicular to this line. No. This is normal on the surface. That's why I started at here and ended at surface. Similarly here on the left side, starting from here and ending from the surface. This is 90 degree. This is not the 90 degree. This is something else. Okay. So this is normal. I think you have cleared the concept of normal. It is a perpendicular on a surface, not on a line. Okay. Because plane mirror is a surface. This is also a surface, and light is incidenting on a surface. So now we will talk about this. You are seeing that this is an angle. What is this? This angle is called incidence angle. This angle is called incident angle. Incident angle. Incidence angle. This angle is called incident angle. Yeah, angle of incidence. Okay. So what is angle of incidence? Angle made between incident ray and normal. Angle made between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence. Okay, angle made between incident ray and normal is called, and it is represented by the letter small I. It is represented by the letter small I. Now, ray of light coming, strike at this point, which is called point of incidence. We draw a normal. We draw a perpendicular on the surface, which is called normal, making a 90 degree angle from the surface. You are seeing here. You have cleared the concept of normal. Then what next? Where this ray of light would go? It would not go into the other side because this is the opaque surface we have made by polishing the silver, and on protecting the silver we have polished by Fe2O3, and finally we have covered, we have framed that surface from behind, and this is finally opaque surface. So we know that this ray of light would not go on the other side from on the behind of this mirror. So some part of light will definitely absorb by this surface. So the remaining part would come back into the same medium. But from which way? Like this, like this, like this. From which? We have many ways, and so how we decide the ray of light finally goes from which way? There is a concept, there is a law of reflection. So the second law of reflection, we will not talk about the first law here, just wait for some time. The second law says angle of incidence and angle of reflection must be same, must be equal or same or equal. This is the second law of reflection. Angle of incidence and the angle of reflection must be same or equal. Okay, so suppose whatever the measurement of this angle, okay students, whatever the measure of this angle of incidence, at the same angle, whatever will be the measurement of this angle, at the same angle the ray of light would go. So this would be the correct path of the ray, and that ray is called reflected ray. Because this ray is coming back into the same medium after striking. Incident ray is striking and ray coming back into the same medium. Now this ray is called reflected ray. When it comes back into the same medium, the name of the light would be called as reflected ray, and the path is decided by the concept of this angle of incidence and the angle of reflection. Where is the angle of reflection? This is the angle of incidence between the normal and the incident ray, and this is the angle of reflection between the normal and the reflected ray. The angle made between the normal and the reflected ray is called angle of reflection, and these both, and this is represented by r, small r. This is represented by letter small r. So I am removing this wrong path and only showing the correct path, and you can see this is the angle of reflection, this is the angle of incidence. So ray of light after striking on the surface comes back into the same medium, and angle of incidence and the angle of reflection means angle I equal to angle R. So by this concept, if this is 30-degree angle, so from here you make 30-degree angle, and that would be the correct path of the reflected ray. I think you have cleared this concept, and you would definitely you are able to complete the path of a ray by the concept of reflection. So I am now finishing the first part, which is, what is the first law? Incident ray, normal, reflected ray. These all three rays, incident ray, normal and reflected ray, are lying on the same plane, because these all are situated on the same side of the mirror. So, and the mirror surface is plane, so we can say these three rays are lying on the same plane. So the first point is incident ray, reflected ray, and normal. Incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lies on the same plane. Incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lies on the same plane. So this is the first point, and this is the second point. Angle of incidence and angle of reflection must be same or equal, that is I equal to R. And I have told you what is incident ray, what is reflected ray, what is normal, what is angle of incidence, what is angle of reflection. This is the surface, this is the point of incidence. Now we would understand regular and irregular reflection. Regular reflection and irregular. What is regular reflection? Suppose this is a smooth surface. This is a smooth surface. Suppose this is a plane mirror, and a number of rays of light which are parallel to each other. These all rays of light are parallel to each other, are incidenting on this smooth surface. So, what will be the path of all the surface? How we would make the reflected ray? As I told you the concept, first of all, we would draw the normal at the point of incidence. So, this is normal here. This is normal for this light here, and this is the normal for this. This is I and this is R. Okay? This is the reflected ray for this incident ray. This is I, this is R. Okay? Here, this is I. This is R. So students, you are seeing here, when a ray of light which are parallel to each other is striking on a smooth surface. Important word is smooth surface. Surface must be smooth. So ray of light which are parallel to each other, beam of light which are parallel to each other is striking on a smooth surface, and after reflection, the reflected rays are also parallel to each other. The reflected rays are also parallel to each other. Then this type of reflection is called regular reflection. Okay, this type of reflection is called regular reflection. So what is irregular reflection? What is irregular reflection? Suppose the surface is not smooth. It is even like this. This is the surface. This is not the smooth surface. This is the rough surface. This is the rough surface. Okay? And rays of light are coming parallel to each other. These rays of light are parallel to each other. Now, what is the real path of that? We would draw the normal first here at the point of incidence. This is the normal. At this point, where is the normal? The normal would be like this. You must be master in drawing the normal. You have to be master in drawing the normal, because most of the students will draw the normal here like this, which is not the 90 degree at the surface. If you draw the normal like this is angle is not 90 degree, and the angle must be 90 degree. That is the normal. So this is not the normal. Okay. This is the normal. You are seeing this is the 90 degree angle. This is the 90 degree. So this is the normal. If this is the normal and this is the angle of incidence, then this is the angle of incidence. This one is. So this is the angle of reflection. And the final path of the ray will be like this. This is the reflected ray for this incident ray. For this ray, this is the normal 90 degree. No, this is not the normal here. The normal at this point would be like this. 90, 90. Okay. this is the angle of incidence, this is the angle of reflection. So this is the reflected ray. Okay. At this point we have to draw the normal, and the normal at this point would be this is the normal at this point, and this is the angle of incidence, this is the angle of reflection. Okay. This and this. These three reflected rays, are parallel to each other? No. Incident rays are parallel, but after reflection from the rough surface, the reflected rays are not parallel to each other. This type of reflection is called irregular reflection. This type of reflection is called irregular reflection. And in practically, most of the time, which type of reflection is taken place? Regular or irregular? Irregular reflection is taken place most of the time. And it is very important for us. Only by this regular reflection, because of this regular reflection, we are able to see a particular object from everywhere. If this is a blackboard you are seeing here, which is placed at this place, and I am also able to see this blackboard, and anyone which is placing at that point, he is also able to see that blackboard, and anyone which is standing at the last corner of this room, which is also able to see that blackboard. Why? It means ray of light after striking on this blackboard are not moving in a particular direction, because here you are seeing that ray of light are coming, and after striking they are moving in a particular direction. But here the ray of light are scattered and they are going in each and every direction. So the person which is all around, and the ray of light after striking from the rough surface and coming in the eye of that person, also coming in the eye of that person, ray of light, and making an image in the retina. So all the persons are able to see that blackboard. It means because of irregular reflection, we are able to see an object from all around. Okay, I think you have cleared that point. Now we would explain the next concept in the next video lecture. Thank you.